Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes Reacts. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Manchester Man.
Manchester Man. The people's poet, Manchester Man.
People's poet, yeah. Don't get me started on that.
We are the Office Blokes and we've got a Patreon page, haven't we, Daz?
Dave.
Daz?
Go to patreon.com, put in Office Blokes React. If you fancy supporting the channel like a load of people have done already, which has been fantastic, thanks for your support.
Yep.
Go down there and check it out.
Yeah, good stuff. And there's two channels that definitely need to be looked at as well.
I think so.
Go down and have a look at Office Blokes Try. It's mint. You'll like it.
Mint.
And Office Blokes Podcast. That is mint too.
Yeah,
try it.
Good stuff. 2 mints, some might say. So you don't know Aussie Man reviews is, do you?
I have no idea.
I just asked you before we started recording.
No idea.
I sort of became aware of him a few years ago because he started reviewing. He sort of just does voiceovers for clips and stuff and funny videos.
Oh yeah.
But he started doing it with Game of Thrones, and it ended up getting really big to the point where he got flued out and ended up interviewing the cast of Game of Thrones and stuff.
Oh,
and he's
okay.
become like a huge internet celebrity because of it.
He reviews loads of stuff. I first came across him when my kids used to do it years ago, when they walked around putting the Aussie accent on.
Yeah.
Just reviewing everything in like an Aussie accent. And so like, you know, if I don't know, anything happens,
right, okay.
they're there with that accent.
That's the line.
He's a funny guy.
He is funny, very funny.
Yeah. And he's doing Oprah's big interview, which is Harry and Meghan. So we may or may not be a little bit careful about what we say.
Who are Harry and Meghan again?
I can't remember. To be, I think they're Canadian.
I've heard of them.
I think they're a couple of Canadians. I'm not sure. They're a couple of Canadian podcasters.
Something
Could
like
be.
that. Yeah,
Could be. I know. I've heard of them. Some of the face might look familiar when they come over. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Names vague.
I think he used to be a cricketer, didn't he, or something?
Oh yeah, it's Ben Stokes, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I think something
right.
like that.
Was she an actress?
No. I think she is now, but she wasn't there.
I'd see you right onto that. I love that.
So I'll put it out there. I haven't watched this interview and I've got no interest in watching it whatsoever.
I watched it.
I don't really care.
I watched it purely based on the facts of I wanted to know why they were doing it, and all the way through I just couldn't find a reason why they wanted to do it. No. What was the reason behind it?
I've seen a couple of bits on the news, but that's it. Not been all the way through it, so
I don't know. We talked about it on the podcast a little bit, didn't we? Before this, we talked about the situation with him because they've been in the news for absolutely ages. But I'm kind of done with it. You know, I thought Prince Harry was like, I thought he should have been King Harry. To be fair, there was a point where it was like he represented a bit more normality than the rest of the royal family. He was a bit more fallible.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
Get that. Yeah.
Not for me.
But no, I'm kind of done with him now.
I always thought he was a knob.
That's just because he's ginger though, and you hate ginger.
It's true.
Anyway, let's get into it. Aussie Man reviews Oprah's big interview.
Big.
Welcome to a hard-hitting Oprah interview. We all know Aussie Man is one of the top royal families.
Before it starts, I saw it was on Twitter while this was on the other day, and I saw Ian Wright was trending, and I thought, shit, what's happened to Ian Wright?
Oh yeah,
because he looks like Oprah. And all the pictures were there. I was laughing.
You actually showed me the picture of Ian Wright's face that had been superimposed, and it was fucking hilarious.
I just wondered why he was trending. I thought something had happened. I'm like, shit, what's happened to Ian Wright?
Has he come out and said anything about it?
I've not seen anything. Not yet.
You got to lean into it if you're Ian Wright. You've got to make it.
He will. He's got that sense of humour. He's a funny guy. Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Yeah, he is.
Commentators in the world. So let me break this shit down for you. Winnow is like, crikey, you're up the duff again. Is it Hazzers? Yeah, it is, says Megsy. Happy days. Awkward pandemic hug. And they have a sit down. Why'd you leave Great Britain? The fucking weather, Oprah. They laugh. It's grey and miserable all the time. Gee whiz, the truth is often very simple. Now Oprah's like, what many of us want to know is if Harry's grandma bullied you. Is she a bully or is she pretty down to earth like most Australians and some Americans? She's a legend, Oprah. She's a fair dinkum top Sheila. If I say anything else, we'll all get assassinated. So let's leave it at that, please. Oprah doesn't want to leave it at that. Megsy distracts her by talking about bodyguards and blankets that go over your knees when you ride share with Liz. Yep, Oprah's forgotten her questions. Tangents work. every time. Who made who cry the most? Did you make Kate cry 6 times or more, or did Kate make you cry 6 times or more? She thinks about that one. I reckon Harry cried the most. Collectively, we all shat Hazard to tears an infinite amount of times, to be honest. Which one of his family members is the most racist? Most of them. One of them even said that if our son is too black, he won't be invited to Christmas. Whoa, Oprah.exe cannot be found. The fuck? She says. Yeah, nah. Holy shit, what the fuck? Was it Prince Andrew? I better not say who it was. I reckon it's him. Again, we'll get assassinated. Because he's a pedo. Or he likely is. So it's not unlikely that he's also an ignorant, bigoted, racist, bloody fuck knuckle. Megsy's ready for an ad break. Let's phone a friend, says Oprah. Bam.
It's true about Prince Andrew, aren't they? They know what he's about. Got him sussed.
There are running jokes that have been around about certain members of the royal family for years. Yeah. And obviously Prince Philip being one as well.
My phone the night of this interview, my phone must have been pinging about, I'm not kidding, about 40 times a minute.
Really? That much?
Of just memes, pictures,
yeah, I can imagine.
Jokes. It was just, I must have about 400. And obviously you get the duplicates as well.
Yeah.
Comes through.
Thing is, I'm not a royalist and I'm not anti-royal either, if you know what I mean. I think it's cool that we've got a royal family. It represents a bit of history and stuff.
Yeah, I think they trimmed it down a few years ago, so I was a bit more like to say, right, fair enough when they got rid of some of the deadwood, like your Edwards, and so they're off the payroll and we're not paying for them.
It's a fucking prince, he's the son of the Queen.
You know what I mean? Yeah, what's he do though? I mean, to be fair,
his kids are the deadwood.
Like,
369 to the throne.
But yeah, they did trim it down a bit, didn't they? And made it a bit better.
I heard this on a podcast today from a known conspiracy theorist, but then it was Googled. No, it was Googled, and apparently it is verified that Prince Charles is directly related to the person Dracula was based on. It was a prince of Transylvania. And Prince Charles has been quoted saying Transylvania is actually like his second home, which is weird. And
what, in Romania?
Yeah. Going back like 500-600 years, the person that the book was based on was a real prince, and it's a direct descendant of Prince Charles is a direct descendant of him.
Amazing.
It's all getting weird, isn't it? It's all getting weird. I caveated that with from a known conspiracy theorist, by the way. I don't give a shit about that.
Danny Dyer is royal family, if you look at it from that point of view.
Danny Dyer
doing the whoa.
Danny Dyer
did a thing, didn't you think? Yeah.
If this was Game of Thrones, Danny Dyer has more of a claim to the throne than our own royal family do, I think.
Do you think so?
Our royal family are Germans. Indeed. Danny Dyer is actually legit great grandson of a king, isn't he? Was it Richard III?
He is a bit of Richard III. Fucking Richard III, you are.
Anyway, let's dig ourselves a deep hole watching this.
Yeah. Hazard's in the house. How you going? He says. You well, Winnow? Hey-oh! Harry can do an Australian accent. I want to talk about Uncle Andrew. Is he a bit dodgy? Did you see anything growing up? I reckon he seems a bit dodgy to me. Thinking, I'd like to appeal to my family to give me back my bodyguards. Yep. Because I used to have the best bodyguards. It was like a squad of Liam Neesons looking out for me, and they would party with me in Vegas. Then one day, because we both wanted fucking maternity or paternity leave to hang out with the bloody kid, my dad, Charlie, was like, no more bodyguards. You don't get bodyguards anymore. Neeson was so great in Taken.
What did he refer to his dad's name as?
Charlie.
But his movies are getting a bit samey.
Charlie short for James?
I should have said which dad, shouldn't I?
Charlie short for James?
Could be.
Move on, Dave.
Could be.
And would you guys agree? I would. Why would you fix an action movie format that isn't broken, though? Finally, Winnow is like, do you miss everyone? Harry replies, yeah. And that's pretty much it in 3 minutes, everyone. Glad I could be of service.
I like the funny spin Aussie man puts on everything. It is awesome.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that, like, that piss take on anything that people do.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't watched the interview. I don't know. I'm not really that interested. I'm a bit sick of it being in the news everywhere.
Yeah.
I do kind of think there's more to it.
Piers Morgan's lost his job over it.
Yeah, he's gone, hasn't he?
He's lost his job over comments he made to do with it, hasn't he?
Yeah, still standing by his comments as well, which, I mean, Piers Morgan will turn up somewhere.
Oh, he will.
Bad pennies always do.
Without a doubt.
I don't like Piers Morgan.
Hey, hang on a minute.
Shocking, I know, but I've got to say, I start like the odd time I flick on. What is it? It's not this morning.
I'm not talking about that. Like when I said, "Hey, hang on a minute," I was thinking there's an opening on Good Morning Britain.
Me,
us three.
Could you imagine?
The office blokes on Good Morning Britain, the new hosts.
I quite enjoyed the odd morning where I'd flick it on and he'd just be giving someone proper shit.
Yeah,
to be fair, like he just holds your feet to the fire. And
yeah, it's one of those where half the time I can't stand the guy.
He's a wanker.
But other times,
he's a wanker.
But I like him. But sometimes if he's grilling somebody that I don't like, let's say if he was having a go at Diane Abbott, then I'd probably think he was great. But
Diane Abbott.
Yeah, I think maybe they've, like we joked about Harry's dad and stuff like that, maybe something's happened and it's like there's something behind the scenes that we'll never know about, and then the rest of it has kind of been added to it for public effect. What do you mean? What do I mean?
What do you mean? He's not his dad.
I didn't say he's not his dad. I said about his dad being Dracula.
Oh.
You're the one who said he's not his dad.
No, I just said
Allegedly.
I didn't know what Charlie was short for. I thought Charlie was short for James.
It's like an open secret, isn't it? To be fair.
Allegedly.
Again, that same podcast, which is one of the biggest ones in the world, they were joking about Harry not being Prince Charles's kid.
They need to do Ancestry, don't they? And
I think they don't.
Get Davina McCall on the case, and that other guy who does it, what's his name?
It is mad.
Nicky, what's it?
It is mad that
Nicky Campbell, is it? Yeah. Something, yeah.
Danny Dyer does genuinely have more of a claim to the throne.
Yeah.
If this was Game of Thrones time and you could just raise an army and just sort of march on it,
He'd be doing it.
It'd be Danny Dyer. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Throne.
Yeah. Here's the wall. Drop it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we've done all right not to get in too much trouble over that video, to be fair.
I think the waters have been successfully navigated there.
You think?
I think. Watch it back.
Patreon only one.
Hope you guys liked it too. Don't forget, like and subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah.
Cheers guys.